How's it going, everyone? I'm Contemption. Welcome back. I just got back from vacation, so we are going to jump right into it. I'm going to go over everything I've done on this free-to-play account, how we've hit, and we will hit 2 million before this video is over, what I'm doing, what I'm going to do to get to T4 as soon as possible. I don't know if I'm going to make it to T4 in 30 days like I did on my last free-to-play account, but we are going to try our hardest. So let's get through the intro, and here we go. Okay, so where should we start? I think the most important thing that people forget about, I have 4 now at level 37. That was the main goal, was to get the increased gathering speed of all kinds of resources by 25%. Obviously, level 27 gets you the 6%. That's very important. Level 40, I will do over time as I mass do Guardians and then future eventually when I feel I have time, which is not right now. I will get these up to level 40. I will get that increased march speed. It helps you get to and from resource points faster, or resource tiles, whatever you want to call them. It helps you get around faster, and that's going to save you time, especially if you're running T1 Siege. It really helps. I haven't been working PvP commanders. I am just starting to. I have Sun Tzu unlocked. I have not yet unlocked Bjorn, but I've got 5 out of 10, so I imagine I will get him soon. I think we should also go over, as soon as I get this stuff going, the one thing people forget about is expedition. Try your best to finish these all to 3 stars. As you get more troops, higher tier, better tech, you'll be able to beat them easier. Definitely get these side quests. So 31, 32 gives you these Treasure of Warrior Queen every day, gives you more Ethelfled sculptures, gives you, well, legendary commander sculptures are pretty rare, but it does happen. Epic commander sculptures, silver keys, and gold keys. I don't see very many gold keys, but it says it's there. You get them again at level 40, level 50, level 60, and level 70. You want to unlock those to 3 star. They help a lot. What I buy from in here is only the Ethelfled sculptures. I get nothing else. I don't buy the resources or the stars. Ethelfled is the only thing I'm going for right now. That could be different if it's your farm. Go for constants, go for the resources, just makes sense. Sunset Canyon, because I have gathering commanders, obviously not doing so great, but I put them as primary because they're mostly level 37. They can carry more troops. I put AoE commanders, or decent DPS commanders or skill damage commanders that will help me, but I don't get a high rank on this. Yes, it's not great for daily and season rewards, but very hard to get up to the top. If you're maybe grinding a lot of Guardians, you can do it, but I'm not. I have 2 other accounts I deal with, one being my main, which I'm on a lot, and my T5 alt, which I'm working on as well quite a bit right now, which I'll have some videos on in the future. Doing Guardians is something I only do if I need runes. That's it. These Guardians were done late. I helped clear them just for the runes, training speed up. You want to make sure you get building runes or research runes before you do any big upgrades. Especially when you're talking about anything over a day, you really need to grab a rune. Some of these now, like you can see, City Hall 19 is cooking. In 2 days and 12 hours, I'll have that finished. They take a long time. The next one I think is like 5 or 6 days. It's just going to take some time. Now, let's jump into research. Research, a lot of people get hung up on the tech for military technology. As free to play, you know what? You're going to get your butt kicked no matter what. So you might as well go for economic. I just call it economy research. That way, you're going to catch up and stay with those players. And then that way, when you do get to KVK, which is the important part, civil wars and kingdoms, you can help, but only by so much as a free-to-play account. Really focus on these. So I am following the main quests. I do have to do heavy cavalry. I know that. I've got some gems held up for it, but I'm not in a hurry for gems right now. But this is super important. Getting the building speed up as high as you can. I'm going all the way to 10 on engineering and mathematics. That is My main goal, I have to wait for my CH and my academy to be leveled up, but I make sure these are maxed before I move on because it's going to help me a lot with speed ups. And that's where free to play struggle is speed ups. Resources, as you can see, I'm not struggling. I've got a farm. I actually had some people give me resources because they quit, which, bummer they quit, but fantastic. I got free resources. So thank you guys very much. Resources are not what's going to hurt right now. What's going to hurt is speed ups. That is where I'm stuck. There's not much I can do other than VIP shop, but I'm not buying the 8 hours. I'm just saving up all of my gems for VIP. I'll save up for the More Than Gems event. I don't think it's worth rushing for these extra VIP exclusive buffs unless you're spending money on the game. I had this conversation with another player. It is worth using gems before More Than Gems if you're spending money because you want those extra epic commander sculptures. If your goal is to have more field fighting marches, you're going to need those. So yes, if you're spending money, you can spend on VIP with gems before More Than Gems because you're probably going to have 50,000 gems again when it comes by if you're spending money. Depends on how much you're spending, but it's definitely a possibility. Okay, so I showed you the VIP shop. I buy everything for resources. That just makes sense. Let's check out gear. I actually have to craft something right now because I've saved up enough for Gatekeeper's Shield. Now this, if you're running infantry, this is equipment that you can have until Season of Conquest. The only time where you're going to go for the infantry weapon, which is right here, is when you're using iconic crystals in Season of Conquest, where you're going to get 3 extra base attack, which is very strong, and you have it specialized. On my main account, I use this for my main infantry march because it's specialized and has a iconic crystal in it. So then it's more worth it. Otherwise, the shield is fantastic. You need it to crit. I don't think I'm going to get lucky. I hope I do because it's 2 million gold a pop. And you have to save up for the Gatekeeper Shield. You get them from Crystal Keys. You can get them from the VIP shop with just these right here, the choice chests. It's easy enough to get. It just takes time. It's just nice when you specialize it right away, so you're not wasting gold. If you're doing legendary equipment in the future, you have to refine. It costs 50% of the material. It's very expensive. So hope for specialization first go. Not going to happen. That's okay though. We are going to put it on to, I'm going to say his name wrong, Persiles. Probably said it wrong. But we are going to keep the weapon. I'm not going to dismantle it. I'm not even high enough level yet. I will put it on Sun Tzu. He's going to be one of my other main marches. I'm going to do Persiles and likely Bjorn Sun Tzu or Sun Tzu Bjorn, depending on how I feel in open field and how he gets targeted. I will go over talents. I know I just jumped from equipment, but I will go over talents in the near future on what I do. Obviously going for rage first, grabbing rage, then going for emergency protection on Persiles. Then I'll run and grab hold the line, strong body, and see where else I can get to. I will get Cage of Thorns 5 out of 5. I've talked about this before. It shoots off an AoE debuff. It completely destroys marches from running away in murder balls. Very strong. If you are going to be a support player, I highly suggest it. Okay, let's quickly go back into equipment because I didn't talk enough about that. Early game equipment, really there's not a whole lot you can do other than just finding gear that you can get your hands on the blueprints and crafting. For infantry, Windswept is fantastic. You want the march speed. It's got set bonuses. It's really good. For weapons wise, Sakura is great in KVK Season 1, especially if you get it specialized. But again, the shield is better in my opinion. I think it's just awesome. It's easier to specialize. It's a lot of health. I think it's 10.5 or 11% health, which is a lot. Helm wise for infantry, Witch's Lineage, not really worth it in my opinion. Just stick with Windswept Warm Helm, get it specialized, easy to do. You can go, I don't know, I don't think there's really anything else you'd want to do. Infantry health, this is easy to get maybe 2.5% health, but really just go with the Windswept gear. Gloves wise, Seth's Brutality is not too bad when you specialize it. You might want to stick with Windswept because it's health and you're getting the 4-piece or 2-piece bonus and march speed. So up to you guys. Obviously, the best piece of infantry pants is Kerouac's Humility. This is like Gatekeeper Shield. You can use it for a very long time. The unfortunate part of infantry for the set pieces is it goes to attack. However, on most of my accounts, I actually have Eternal Knights specialized with Iconic Crystal. Very strong. I've tested it before. It's stronger than Kerouac specialized, and that's mostly because of how much defense you get when it's specialized and that Iconic Crystal on health. Very strong. You can do something like Ranger's Trousers to begin with. Pretty strong. You can use Sentry Breeches. Not too bad. Otherwise, you got that's not even for infantry. I thought that was for a second. I wouldn't suggest that. But again, you got to work with what you have. Try things out. Why not? Do some testing. Frost Treads are hard to get. Surprisingly, you can get them from the Dig event. Maybe you'll get lucky in Crystal Keys, but really, I would stick with the Scarlet Hounds. Once that's specialized, I think it's 6% or 5.5% health. That's what I'm going with right now on Persiles, is to get these specialized, and I'll do another one for Bjorn or Sun Tzu. Very strong. Accessories. Do not worry about Silent Trial unless you are planning on grinding barb camps or getting these from holiday events. You can do that from the choice chest accessories. My suggestion, if you are going to go for epics, do Ancient Stratagems. It's fantastic. And Delaney's. It's easier to get from Barbarian Keeps. You can go with something like Call of the Loyal, which you'll get from KVK, but besides that, you're kind of waiting. You're not going to have a lot of accessories or any accessories in KVK Season 1 other than probably Call of the Loyal. You can craft this by all means. Great for damage to barbarians, especially if you're doing a lot of barb forts. But just, I wouldn't worry too much about accessories for KVK Season 1. We'll get into the other accessories later. Accessories. I was going to talk about something else. So look at this. I love when they give you free stuff. Fantastic. Let's just do this. We'll probably get another couple quests. Gives you free stuff. Not going to complain. Free resources. Why not? Let's jump up to 2 million power. I don't want to go over or spend more than my float, which I've talked about. I usually keep 20 hours of 1 hour speed ups, 20 of 30-minute speed ups, which is 10 hours, just in case I'm about to go to bed and I want to start something else and it's close to being finished and I don't want to waste that downtime. But let's get this. I don't have a rune. One reason, we don't have one yet. Another one, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do. I can't. Not until Academy 20 can I get this finally to level 10, but I will get it to level 10. For now, I actually think it's worthwhile getting through this. I won't do this one until I have a rune, but I can do this. Not great for when I go to sleep. What's this one? That's only 4 hours. If I could find something close to 8 hours, it would be a lot. That's 9 hours. Wood. I am kind of low on wood. Let's just start that. That way, when I wake up after all these helps, it should be finished. That's just how I typically plan my nights, is making sure that my resources are all spent before I go to bed. Nobody's doing barb forts, which is surprising. We will talk about these events. King of Tribes right now, I think, is very important. One, it gives you some great rewards as free to play. Can't complain with those. Another, it shows which alliance in your kingdom is most active. I'm pretty happy and surprised that we're rank 1, but hey, you know what? The other alliances probably just aren't pushing as hard. Obviously, you want to make sure you are finishing all of these quests every day. It's just so important to grab all of these. I grabbed the gold keys first. I'm then going to go for the rest of Persiles and then maybe grab some speed ups. Or the other thing that looks nice is the brand new Starlight sculptures for epic commanders. You're going to need a lot of these. Founder of Civilization, not going to be hard to complete. I have another day, 19 hours, and I will have my CH finished before then. I'll speed it up if I have to. I will get that event finished. You're going to need these gold stars. Even if you're free to play and you don't plan on using a legendary commander in open field, you're going to want to level up Ethelfled, and you're going to need to have stars. Just for barb hunting, you're going to need these. You want to finish this quest. It gives you extra speed ups, resources. It's always good to have. You want to finish this. Lots of free speed ups. I've already gotten quite a few. Gold key resources. Again, just stuff you have to finish. Shadow Legion, I'll quickly talk about this. All you really want to do is make sure you have your best commanders set on your wall. Make sure it's the commander that has your best gear, because that's going to help you with stats. I suggest using a commander that has the best talent tree for PvP, because they're going to hit your wall pretty hard. I think Cyrus, I can't remember how to say his name now. Him as a secondary, going to be great. He's doing good skill damage. Really, I don't think I have anyone that would beat him. Maybe Ethelfled isn't a bad secondary choice since I have it at 311, but I think I'll probably just keep it like this for now. You'll want to grab a rune for either attack, defense, or health. You'll want to pop a buff. You've got quite a few of them from quests. Just make sure you pop a buff before your alliance starts this event. All it is, and I don't know if we have any around. Oh, we got one right here. All it is marches 25 levels, come out and hit your castle. They attack you. You don't lose troops from deads, but the longer you last, the better rewards you get. And as you can see, it doesn't really show you all the rewards. You get a lot of material, which is really helpful. I don't know if that's for level 1. Maybe we don't get material for level 1 because it's a newer kingdom, but it definitely gives you material in the future. Mightiest Governor, don't worry about it. Julius Caesar is someone you'll work through gold keys over time. What else? So we covered runes. I have been upgrading my Alliance Center as often as possible because of those extra helps. It gives you, let's just go into here, 21 helps per day. That's like 21% because it's not off of the total amount. It's off of the time remaining. It's like 17%, quick math in my head. So the higher you have the Alliance Center, the better. You're going to need a high Alliance Center for, I believe, CH20 anyways. So you might as well keep it up for those extra helps. That's just my suggestion. So runes, helps. I've just been doing everything I possibly can. Obviously finishing this every day, that's a no-brainer. Following the main quest, but jumping aside when you need to get the engineering and mathematics up, because that's going to save you a bundle of speeds. Like research, even by 1% when you're talking about a 7-day research, which is going to be coming up with T4, it saves a lot of speed ups, and that's how you're going to keep up with the spenders. So actually, that's a good question. How am I ranked right now for individual power? 163, at least it's top 200. The goal would be top 100, but we're over 2 million power now. And we are on day 24 of this account, which is what I will use on my video title. But we are only on day 17 of this kingdom. So not too bad. I think we're going to be good. I don't think we'll make it to T4 in 30 days unless an event comes up that gives me a lot of speed ups, or I cave and buy the 8 hours from the VIP shop because they are decent value, but that is like almost 5,000 gems. I can afford it, but then that takes away from my VIP goals because you want to get to VIP 14 as fast as you can for 3 legendary commander sculptures a day. No brainer. You also get troop capacity. You get all these extra buffs. Super helpful. Okay. Anything else on this account? Obviously, I don't have Mina unlocked. Haven't spent a dime on it. No reason for me to. I've played this game long enough where I know what I need to do. The only thing that slowed this down was the 8-hour speed ups and not getting the holiday event. I remember with my free to play, as soon as I started, there was a holiday event that really helps. Absolutely helps with a whole bunch of speed ups and resources. Very, very nice to have, but we didn't get it this time, and that's okay. Guardians, Barb forts are good. I'm going to upgrade my castle again tomorrow, which is nice. I want to try and keep up with my rallied army capacity so that I can run Barb forts by myself. I'll likely run something like Ethelfled Sun Tzu. I have been doing Persiles and Cyrus. Fire, just the way it's spelt is just so bizarre. And they work good for level 2. I wouldn't do level 3. I don't have a high enough rally capacity. I don't have good enough tech. I don't have T4 troops. Not worth it yet, but I think, or even Ethelfled double C. I've got his first skill at level 2. So once I get these commanders up a little higher, I'll end my castle a bit higher. I'll run some higher level barb forts, but for now it's just level 2s that I'm running, which is good. It gives you a good amount of speed ups. This one was a level 2 barb fort, so it gives you some resources, some speed ups, and that. This is actually not the greatest. This is more what you want to see. We have Books of the Covenant and some action point recovery, so that saves you. In the long run, you'll have more action points for the future. I missed a barb fort, but that's okay. Anything else we should talk about? I don't think so. I've got a lot of action points that I can burn on something that comes up. If Lohar event does come up, I'm going to use 4 marches and just go ham as much as I can to get as many resources and speed ups from that event because it's so good. Strategic Reserve, also a good event. Wouldn't spend as many, but still a good event. As for where we are kingdom wise, level 1 passes open up very soon. Then we're going to be waiting for level 2 passes, level 3 passes, and then KVK. It'll be a while, but we're going to have lots of time to get lots of troops going. As for that, guys, there's nothing else super special about it. You just want to make sure you're getting runes. You want to make sure you're maximizing as much time as you can. If you're going to bed, speed up your troops. If this is only 5.5 hours and you're going to be off for 8, makes sense to finish it off and restart. Get as many troops as you can. Get as many things done as you can while you're sleeping, because that's when you're not going to be able to start the next upgrade. You're going to lose that time. Gathering commanders, super important. I wouldn't do equipment for gathering commanders unless you're spending. There is the pop-up bundle, which is fantastic for the epic gear. Oh, look, my farm Marge is coming back, so I got to switch over. Let's just quickly go. Oh, no, not account. Although I do need to go to my other accounts on a video so I can show you guys. Let's just jump over to my farm account before I end this video. What are we at for time? 22 minutes already. Holy guacamole. Okay, let's just take a look. I'm not doing much on my farm, but there are 2 ways of doing a farm. You can do a farm where you're doing the bare minimum. I'm probably going to get it up to 4 marches. It's not going to be a Season of Conquest farm where you need it at level 20 or CH25 to bring it into Lost Kingdom. It's going to be a very low farm that if I have to, I can migrate it for 1 passport. The other type of farm you can do is a T4 filler farm. So you can run a farm, get T4 troops, continuously work them, and then when KVK comes in and you need help reinforcing flags, you can bring your farm in and fill it with T4 troops that you don't care about. You're not going to have good commanders. The only thing you're going to have is gathering commanders, but you're going to be able to fill flags. And that's easy to do when you got free boosts like this. You don't need high level commanders. You just pop one of these and you can fill as many troops as you have into a flag. Very easy to do. As for resources, let's just quickly go out and grab some. Again, these commanders, not fantastic. I have to work them, but it's a very slow grind on a farm account that you're not working on. I have to do expedition probably on this account, and I'm just not paying a whole lot of attention to it. But it is good. When I log in, I will work on getting trading post up. So you'll need higher level gold mine. This gives you less taxes when you're transferring resources. I keep it nice and close. 1, I can keep an eye on it. 2, super easy to transfer resources. Luckily, I have this as Saint, which is awesome. High gathering speed all the time. And R4, so I can accept my own main account to transfer resources very quickly. It hasn't even updated my power yet, but it is more than that. And I think that's it, you guys. If you have any questions, shoot me messages in game or on Discord. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. The next videos I shoot out will likely be on my main account and my alternate T5 account on most likely expertising legendary commanders and crafting some legendary gear, getting ready for trying garrison. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how much chances I'll have to actually do garrison, but we're going to give it a shot. But until next time, you guys have a good one. Hope you're doing well. I have a long weekend coming up, so I should be able to record quite a bit, but you never know what the family wants to do. So until next time, guys, have a good one. Later.